Well, it's been a seesawing week on the markets, and to see how they finished, it's over to Jayne Edwards with the latest news.
Thanks, Alan. Wall Street managed to close Friday in the black, but it was a fairly lethargic session, with very thin trading volumes ahead of the Memorial Day long weekend. It also brought another round of disappointing data, with a 12% plunge in pending home sales and a weak rise in consumer spending, showing that high oil and food prices are biting into the US recovery. That led to a fall in the greenback and a jump in commodity prices, with oil back over $100 a barrel. Across in Europe, the jitters over Greek debt continue, with the Greek government unable to reach a political deal over austerity measures needed to get the next tranche of support from the EU and IMF. Over the week, the seesawing US and UK markets ended where they began, while Europe, Japan and Australia all slid by 1%. With news from a busy week at home, here's Marcus Padley.
Well, after a 7% fall in a month, we did see a bit of a relief rally towards the end of this week. Within the retailers, we saw Harvey Norman, JB Hi-Fi, Myer all hit 52-week lows before having a bit of a bounce. Myer in particular is now down 30% since its IPO. That's a record low. In the bank sector, we saw perhaps the worst performance as international institutions were said to be shorting the sector as the Aussie dollar peaked, and they're also in a bit of a flat spot post-results, and most of them have gone ex-dividend, and they're also worrying a little bit about Europe. On the takeover front, we saw a bid for Territory Resources. We saw Foxtel bid for Ozstar, Sporting Bet bid for Centrebet. On the earnings front, we saw a profits warning from Elders and a good set of results from GrainCorp, who also had a special dividend, and there's a bit of a takeover talk around there as well. Other stocks up on results included Technology One, Thorn Group, Rural Co, but the best performed perhaps was Program Maintenance Group. And we're in the confession season ahead of the results season, so there are lots of trading statements coming out at the moment. Stocks that did well on their trading statements included the Reject Shop, who are obviously bucking the retail trend, Bradkin, who had a good analyst update, and Lendlease, who sold a mall in the US for $545 million, and they'll use that money to pay down debt. Stocks not doing so fabulously on trading statements included Brambles, who reiterated guidance, Wesfarmers, who continue to have a bit of disruption in their coal division, and Perpetual, who had a market briefing and told us profit would be in line with last year's, and also AJ Lucas, who are still in a trading halt pending a small capital raising, and they've also had a bit of a profits warning. In the AGM front, we saw an AGM from Westfield, who confirmed earnings guidance, and also from Iluka, who had a very well received AGM, and brokers continue to upgrade earnings and target price.